I go away. Sorry? We shall discuss. Thank you very much, Boaz. Boaz is my long-time friend. We worked together at Resort FM, and now we have again met. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let Mr. Bagonza take us through the next item.
Okay, thank you so much. Can we clap for the first presenters? I want to take the opportunity to welcome you yet again. So I want to take this opportunity to welcome you. I hope that you have all introduced yourselves, you know each other, so you're not seated next to a stranger. I believe that people in the meeting today are able to understand and listen to each other because we speak Runyachitara, isn't it? So for me, I'm from Hoima, and I speak Runyoro. If I spoke Runyoro, would you hear me? Kurungi? Aha, hati nsemerire muno kuba hano kandi kusima Ruhanga abalesere hano kurora mwaija kwega kandi tuina okunihira kwa amani habwokuba tugenda kuba n'orubazo lwa Senior Presidential Advisor on Special Duties kandi ali chairperson wa Presidential Advisory Committee on Export and Industrial Development. I just quickly want to tell you what we do in Paceid. As all of you may know, there are very many enablers to trade, but Paceid is one of those enablers. Paceid was created by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda. It is domiciled under the Office of the President, and our main task is to make sure that we find market for Ugandan products on the international market, but also on many other markets out there. So therefore, I want to invite all of you to understand exactly what we do. We have 13 key products that we make a case for. We have beef, we have coffee, we have dairy, we have fish, we have cement, we have grains, we have fruits and vegetable, we have poultry, we have sugar, we have tourism, we have flour, and then we have mining. But we also have a trade fund that helps to support manufacturers in order for them to do business, in order for them to fulfill the orders that they get. So I'm sure that many of you may not know that some of the products that you find on an international market come from you people. And therefore, that's why we have to make sure that we continue selling Uganda's products, finding a market, but most importantly, teaching people about Uganda and some of the good things that come from here. I came with a team that I want to introduce, and I want them to tell you quickly what they do, each one of them, so that by the time the guest speaker arrives, they will have finished. Where is Francis? Can I have the Paceid team come here? Paceid team, if you're there, just come. Thomas, everybody, Paceid team, please come. Just line up here. You can first pause the video and maybe cover the projector so that their eyes are not killed. Just put a book in front of it. Paceid team, please come. Chironde, come. We need to quickly go through this. So I traveled with a 5-member team, 7-member team. The 2 are outside. I know atimu kwekaguza busayo bakazi mu Paceid. Abakazi nabo batahayo. Baita abasajja nibo bayizire kwebembera today. It is an all-men's team today, but we also have ladies in Paceid. Francis Kagonyera comes from which district? Rukunjiri. He's in charge of production and training. And then we have Roland Nkahewa, who is in the media department. And we have Thomas Kategere, who is in charge of consortiums and production. We have Wilson Muchunguzi, who's in charge of finance. And we have Chironde Emmanuel, who's in charge of events management. When I talked about Wilson in charge of finance, I had somebody stamp the feet. Because you love finance people, eh? They're the ones who have the kamane. You can see he's also different from the rest of them. So, you know why he deserves to be in that position. Eh? But I want to stress the importance of journalists to the kind of work that we do. We do so much work, but if you people do not go and sell the things that we do, if you don't spread the message that we carry from one place to another, then all the work that we do is in futility. They says, no, what we meant was that somebody was burning the bush here, the guest house. Or somebody can wake up in the morning and say, Uganda cut off from Tanzania. But yet the reality is different. So it is you people who must set the trajectory of the news. It is you people who we should listen to, because we rely on you for information, isn't it? So therefore, you are the informers of our country, and you have a role to play in the stability of the country, isn't it? You have a role to play in the growth of our society. So that's why we have decided to come today and have a conversation with you, but most importantly, to also tell you of the things that we do, of the things that we are passionate about, so that each one of us can be able to benefit and also go back and share this very good news to the other people who haven't managed to make it here. So I want you to know that people of the press, of media, are very, 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 very important. What rating is the media? How do you rate media? Huh? Sorry? No. Where would you place yourselves in the hierarchy of Uganda? Huh? What do they call the fourth estate? Huh? What do they call the fourth estate? You don't know. Timmanyire. Timmanyire fourth estate eke kumanisa. Who can explain to me fourth estate? Roland. Tell us, what is fourth estate? What does it
mean? It is a professional journalism. In brief, that's what it is.
He says professional journalism, but I think he complicates it further. Is there a professional and non-professional journalism? Huh? How would you explain it in RR?
Thank you, Matthew. I think what I understand by the fourth estate, it is the ranking in terms of the order of importance. So journalism is it's the fourth important profession, I could say, in the country. Hence the naming of the fourth estate.
Okay. But so what is the first? What is the first? Legislature? Huh? The executive. After the executive? Huh? People don't eat words. You know when you are in a choir and some people are singing, and you don't know the words, and you also open your mouth, so somebody who is far can think you are also singing, yet you don't know the words. Is there a song you have ever misrepresented? Which song? You put your own words, yet they are not the real words. Which song is that? Give me an example of a song. The anthem. East African anthem. So when people are singing the East African anthem, people are like, but when you say you come and sing for me again, so this is what you are doing. So the first one is what? And then the second one? And then the third? And then the fourth? Do you see how important you are? Do you see that when these other three carry out activities, you are the enablers to communicate all decisions? Do you see why you must be impartial? Do you see why you must be truthful? Do you see why you must be researched? Do you see why you must be knowledgeable? Today what we have is a journalism of social media. You pick information from social media unverified and you put it on air. And when people challenge you, you say, but we got it on TikTok. But it was even on Twitter. But it was even on Facebook. It was there for us, that's where we got it. But the old journalism would require you to go sit down and research. It would require you to go sit down and listen, interview people. Today you don't interview people, you use AI to forge their voices. Like there have been fake videos recently where people were saying that your guest speaker was speaking. Did you hear them? Yes. Did you hear? Yes. Fake. Fake. But even people who know him were asking, was he the one? Was he? But now you're going to have an opportunity of listening, and you will see that indeed these were falsehoods. These were what? So I want you to have an opportunity to know what journalism really means. And the beauty of it is that he's a journalist himself, a trained journalist. So therefore you're going to have an opportunity of learning from the best. So I want to invite one of my members one by one to come here and tell us what they do briefly, so that quickly we can engage ourselves into the real work that brought us here. We thought we would be finishing by 1, but most of your colleagues have not yet arrived. Okay, so Thomas, just come and tell us what you do. You have exactly 4 to 5 minutes to make sure that you tell us, so that Wilson can come and speak to us together with the other people. Okay?
Thank you so much, one executive director. Colleagues, how are you today? Sure?
Who is our timekeeper? Who is our timekeeper for the day? Prefer to be lady. Men have been very active today. Who? What's your name? Jovita. So Jovita is our time manager. And how many minutes have we given him?
4.
5.
Okay.
So Jovita, start counting. It's 5. Raise up your hand.
Mr. Matthew, thank you so much for the opportunity. My name is Thomas Kategere. I serve at Paceid, and I'm in the Department of Production and Capacity Development. But currently, the main preoccupation is in ensuring that we restructure production in the country, observing all the 13 value chains that we have chosen to give emphasis. And those 13 value chains are here. You've seen them, these products. Last time, we represented chairperson of Paceid, and you people requested that you see him. So I don't think I'm a stranger. We shared so well, and we must thank you so much. We've been getting the feedback. Now, how are we restructuring production? Over time, we've been getting to realize that different components within these value chains or given products, people have been operating independently. For example, for tea, you find that the people who have been dealing with raising seedlings have been on their own. they don't even care about what goes on with the farmers who get the seedlings into the farm. And then the processors have also been on their own. And then the aggregators, people who collect from those, have also been on their own. The people who store have also been on their own. And then the people who carry this tea and take it for export have been on their own. But recently, we realized that when the prices of tea went down, the people who pick the tea were being paid 150 shillings in normal days. But even when the price of a kilogram of tea went as low as 70 shillings, the person who picks the tea remained asking for 150. He was not bothered about the general good of the industry of tea. Imagine your boss, for whom you're picking a kilo of tea, is finally selling it at 70 shillings. And for you, the person who is helping him to pick, you still want him to pay you 150. Does it make sense? It doesn't. But what does it show? Disjointedness. The person who picks for him, he thinks, I don't care about what you're getting. You must pay for my labor. But imagine what would happen if there was a conversation between the owner of the estate and the people who are working. And then the people who are selling at, who are buying the tea at the auction in Mombasa or somewhere in Kenya, they know very well countries that were picking the tea, like Pakistan and those countries, they were having issues. Their economies were crumbling. But the person who is buying the tea at the auction did not mind. It didn't bother him that the owners of the tea estates would cut down the estates and the production would completely go to zero. But if there was coordination between all the stakeholders of this industry of tea, the people who were at the auction would mind. And when it started becoming real in Bushen, Rwenzori areas, and people started uprooting the tea, it dawned on them. And our chairman plus our head of the technical wing decided to invite the ambassadors all over the world who represent Uganda in different parts of the world. And we are opting for direct sale to those markets. That's when they started revising the prices upwards. And everyone in the tea industry woke up. So we are not waiting for that reoccurrence. That's why we decided to say, let us now go and organize all these value chains so that the different elements that sustain these different industries, listen to each other. And we still want to have them under one room, to have a convergence. Whoever picks a coin of tea should be in one room to talk about tea. Whoever picks a coin of milk and its products should come under one room to have a conversation about their industry and even the rest of these products that you're seeing. And we are not calling them anything else. We are calling these convergence consortiums. That's what we are doing. And am I beyond time? Okay. So we are moving to different parts of the country to make sure that these organizations take shape so that there can be sustenance in what we are doing. And that will revibrate production in the country. Then we shall be in a position to feed into the markets that our committee is opening up all over the world. No production, markets can't be sustained. To sustain the markets, you must organize production. And that's my preoccupation at Paceid. Thank you so much.
abantu mwe musibire muta abengi twatwarebeine amazina nibanyeta Mucunguzi Wilson ninkorra aha Paceid nka director wa finance ombye sente kandi nahandi yahinkuyamba ndi financial literacy trainer ko kubasa kwata sente okayikuma ikagira omugasho konka ahaweri izoba Paceid ine prazina ezeri kugendera yo kubanza obutare ya kabiri standard zebitukutwara mu butare biri aha mutindo ya kashatu ni infrastructure enguto amahoteli ebishayi byenyonyi ya kana export credit fund hati tukagumantu abantu bengi nibabaine ebyo kutwara heru kungaba taine sente kandi akizo mu banka na order yaho akizo mu banka hangu no banza no leta icyapa hangu no bango mukaza banza signing kashika ninshoza heru kanindeta foreign exchange omukazi yayitingisa yo kusigninga ha papurebi so nka Paceid twateka muntu basa kutaho fund omuntu akabaine capacity yo aine order yo kutwara ebintu aheru aize eitkweta invoice underwriting hatarho taito hatarho bema konko ine order yawe deba European Union ne yenda tani zikimz za processed coffee odanjeji mumpe sente ntwari ibintu byanje aheru ko baranshashuri ninjiranda imbashashura nayo so niye export credit fund ahiturugambira eruho n'abantu naba applying n'abamwe batungire abakumitinga ebinagamba ebitarimu byapa ebitarimu kwetoroza mwanye tigereza so abantu bengi baremerwe naturemerwe ku increasinga export foreign earnings zaitu ahabwa nshongezi so harimu abantu nibaba ryoko baine orders zabo regardless of the amount of quantities kunkani benda kugira bata so Paceid neteka ngu ekiki kimu ya solving eki exports zaitu nigira zita nzinkurizinga rero ntutunga sente zenjungu kunuya nyingi obamanye tigereza so eje export credit fund tukayira twageta UGXIM eroho sente zo ziri mu UDB noreta application yawe ntukereza form aho rukwijuriza nani mbashaba attention, it's very very important. Twine forms zetu tukuhereza ukayijuza. Twine obutare wingi bumwani, we have orders that we cannot satisfy ziriya. Twine obutare bumwani Sabia, Russia, mu European Union, obutare bw'amate mu Algeria to the tune of $500 million etc. Konkan twenda twantuteka ngo esente z'omushubuzi urukushoze ibintu ahero yaza accessinga nzo mwangu hizaho okutwara ibintu ahero noyiza ntureba bank statement yawe ko yemereire wa meeting qualification omu application form wazi meeting na bakwereza sente no girota rero itwe tutwihaho magoba. We don't charge interest on it. We only charge a small percentage called management what? Fees. So abandi hati teka kuza kutwara order wakashanga no bakucharginga loan ya 24% panamu dependent on the interest fluctuations. Oburiyaho korobere nota yo miliyoni 5 ngo hati interest yatemba nazo zitemba. So ebyo nimwe Paceid yo kugireta erukora nani ndabano imti mkono time. Okay. So imunkaba nyamhurire one of the reasons why we are here is to let you know that this one really exists. Kiruho tikishuba esente zigizezita zuruho sana wano wayeremerwa inko muntu biki ebintu bike biturkwetenge sakaba to kwata sente tutoro gende kandi hatariho invoice ntwino ku verifying invoice really does what exists. Twine kujye verifying tukamangu invoice yeje mazume gizireta hero. Ekindi kinana abagambire ekindi kindu kukora batansasire is that I'm with literacy, financial literacy trainer. Tinkushomesa kuba mukono gamu kuyoni nyegesa akasente wa wakakwatsire oburyo burungi bwakubasa kakozesamu kakakugereraki omugasho omurungu ne baketa financial discipline. So nanyanda kutusharinge ho tuntutike because it's very wrong konkaninza kubura futseho financial discipline naro mutum omunkoze sanungiye sente harezi tukweta financial intelligence habits. Murazihurireho financial intelligence habits, how to increase your money, how to protect your money, how to budget for your money, how to invest your money, and how to increase financial information. Kweyongera kumanya hari umuntu kubari yajata ati nyo sente zanjye ninzikozesa nko kundu kwenda. Yes nezawe konka nko wagize ati there is freedom of speech but freedom after speech is not guaranteed. No basa kwata sente no zikozesa ko rukwenda konke bikorgamu niba bitari birungi biriyaho. So how to increase your money? Arito kweta multiple means of income. Wena sente zingana ziti konkana onda kuzihamu kuzikoze ibintu binge bikoreta ki sente haro ku investinga mu real estate nibageta passive income. Ecyo kureberaho ni nkeje hotel. This is passive income. Umuntu najyombeka azahariya kasente chekereta mpora harho multiple sources of income. Haraba abakombeka ebizimbe nkebi hotels and lodges. That's passive, which is one of the best means of investment. Ya kabiri overcoming fear. How to increase your money. Overcoming fear, procrastination. Oza ho teka sente ngo ine miliyoni 10 account nzikoze seki bitu notina ha ozum teka iki ubuza y'umuntu abujata ateze cywasta munofu atuzafa sente zawe ubuzo ndizo ati nyonka tandika kuri sente zo kugomara zona zafa okorgayo uti nyonka risa humuzi abashoma bayipakira nyikiro zona okor utimberayo ozaho ogera sente account zubara kwigeza gasara ahabo kutina. Ekindi, how to protect your money. Number 1, ukutina kurinda sente zetu. Numangu tuine emotions. Emotions mnzimanyi. Abengi turi impulsive buyers. Nobano genda norabo mu rusheromu. Atabetu nankije ko tukabagijira inyuma abazikikama. Kugishashura. Siyutege ninungi gishashura. Ko gati cyo cyakuyankaye. Umuka. Abakazi bag. Bag z'abakazi nizamana munonga. Aine corrections yensa kuyigumene 5 konkana umwaka nakwata hongezi. Ngeisatu. So impulsive buying. Tokibaza cyakitara budget utayina hiwo kiplani konka wakire wakikama wakigura. Then we don't have mentors. Ba mentors numbamanya umurinyankore tukiyata bakuza. Tuko mentors twina bakutukuza ombintu bya finances. No yefa honko muntu no cye shomera no nango nobundi tokubuza. Mwamerekera. Harweje mfuma yibajangu ngambanye nkagirata. Aha. Wogu tugira wobuza nogo. Otumkintu ekyo tabuza ho ekyo tayini information esenti girazita zufu. Ekindi smile. Ekindi, how do we manage our debts? Nomanya ko nibanja ukaza kuguza hano kushashura ibanje rukuru. Oturum vicious cycle of debts. Moyatorora abantu noshanga aine umkasa ko karmu aine umka microfinance aine umbanka aine har mugenzo ko kumbakari azum kuri yayihayo ashashura. So ogumano rotating oti umabanja nkumuntu personal development igireta ebura ogumiraho abamwe bagira ngo nibagira nenzo hamyaka mutonyi biskante ne mabanja kanzini. So how do you manage your personal debts? Ekindi, how many of us timtse mkono mazima wanu giruti nyine ka Excel sheet nangwa ka outline the so called budget. Wimtse mkono utinyonye ne budget. Okay, finally. So twine budgets. So obutstaine budgets tukumanya sente zingahi azor koze sa nkumukwezi naro mu mwaka hatukimanya tukumanya priorities zinizi ekine korwa ecyo kubanza icya kabiri nare cya kashatu ne cya muhero manyitegereza. So obutagira budget n'umuhanda gumwe highway mumpurire obutagira budget nk'omuntu n'omuhanda gumwe ogukwirukanze wanoza kuza omumboro nugurafitya kuzajya omumboro tokumanya priority niyo haine ebintu bibiri tutahantuteranisa needs and wants. Needs is education, is food, is basic accommodation, is konka tugenda tukwata wants tuzitwa needs zitwara percentage mpango hazosanga umuntu is driving an expensive car but his children or her children are going into lower grade schools. Mwanyitegereza osanga umuntu najya tunanta shoppingire in this shop abantu tubakuza kumangungiza renta gunjoire tukwata ebikobana bishimukubana bitwara percentage nke ya budget yitu tubicanga nibyo bine kutwara percentage empango. So osanga umuntu insurances abamwe most of you have insurances kunkanoza kushanga waza kutunga insurance medical insurance nke ya family nke mtwaro cyendo mwaka. You get my point? Kunkano jangu tukugirota tukugibasa tunesenti nyingi insurance but you can afford to buy a car. Mwanyitegereza. So medical is a basic need. An expensive car is a want. So kandi chikuba kutwara ubwire bwingi. The story about financial discipline is very wrong. I think some of you have attended my other teachings somewhere else. So the story is very wrong. Konka is so insightful. Mwebare mnonga kumpura. Kagonyera Francis.
abishemwe musibire kurunje. Amazina ganje ni banyita Kagonyera Franklin. Ninkora na Paceid mu department ya training and production. Omulimo gunkora no kushomesa hariho abantu bitu abine bakora kandi bikuyamba konka ihanga tiri kubamanya. So echinkura nimba identifyinga tuba assessinga with the Ministry of Education, then tuba certificates. Aro umuntu akumanya kugamba amanya kushoma amahulire konka tine chikumugamba kandi tukujya ngo nayenda konka tayine sente. So what I do, uramanya kugamba no makushoma amahulire ni nkweta Ministry of Education ine experts nje ntogo umuntu mwasesingire whether nabasa kushoma amahulire kurungi. Abinji ne bagwa interviews, then it is practical bakwa amahulire ukole kijone nkubimanya waika assessment wajika, I give you certificate. Then kora yongero value addition yo kora oshange waruga certificate waza diploma waza degree ngawa no kuleba ati tokubasi hanga turi kubase exporting ebintu ebitutine abantu abakubihinga n'abantu bahanze. So wagenda hero oka promoting ebintu bitukora omwihanga otayingenje ngira abantu bahanze icyo bokora no takuchimanya. So nico kuleba ntuza hanze tu engaging locals, tu engaging abantu ati no basa kunjirota omuntu ayine ntizigana nakozesa abakozi 20. But because tarakwasire kitabo na pen akazo mu kirasi akashoma gutuma utashomire kandi akushashura umushoro kandi akubeza abantu 20 aho no kwebuzo kushoma niki. So niko kwijanya we wojyo muhinji wente ojyo muri sawente noto muhinjo muri sawente nibaleta nindeta ba assessors abenta bakuzimanya bije mu famu yawe okole bibuzo wabika enkwe certificate chikuyambe no shanga bakatowe sente nyingi mu UDB mu microfinance nichi omuntu nabwo kufune sente because tayine bitapora oshanga ngo omuntu nakashome mviri ngonga bakubuzo kashoma ki nyoni manyasikiro mutwe wonka tinyine mpapura ato shangoli yashomere mu aro yafuna sente cyakandi cyakwata kuchimanya. So I'm going to college because of industrial development and we work with the Directorate of Industrial Training because of industrial training and industrial development. So we create manpower for industrial development. So omuntu wena jam whether okushoma nekintu ekyo kumanya omutwe talante yo nyino omutwe niyo tukozesa kurengo twa empoweringa twakuteka mu value niyo waza a level endisho. So nani nshaba abantu wena bajya oyinza kubanga ka school fees ka mukati kariyo wanga there is opportunity. So Paceid neshashurira omuntu wena those certificates because we are ngoje byone bitongole n'ya government. So nitukolengana tushashura certificate weza n'abantu 10 I think kazonka tukagraduating abantu 13 and soon we are coming back. Nichikuyamba ukata omuntu bubanga ari omuntu kumanya kugamba na manirida na inobwebembezi aina talanta konka yaza kuikaka book ko registering atayine bitabo nchokora abajungu bakatu changes abateko mu bintu bitali obanzo shomese priwa up to sinasiki toka manyicho kuza kuba konka mu Europe omuntu natandikana siba kumana omuntu naza kubechi ata hanyaka 25 omuntu mura kuteka teke cya kuza kuba anyaka 30 omuntu aliyo na wamani anyaka 40 ataka bwino mulimo anyaka 45 ngo yabona mulimo anyaka ata ankaga aliyo na humu. So ejo nyo tukugwanise. So tali mu politics and ekintu tsakwena mu politics. Politics ni jagwa imba but kiri politics. Whether ojo wanu, whether ojo FDC, whether ojo NRM, whether ojo wapate yona ebibina ninka maju agutukuramo mukasheshe tukagenda okuyiriba icyo kukora wazo wananka injara yakwita tukuze mpemere yawe narayimo ningashe mpemere ya nupu noshabemere kubanga injara yagira ki nekuruma so nimba shaba kandi mbeshengereza mutugiteho chance yagarukire nkaba media nbyitaka I wish I had come with a certificate and we see how it looks like. The assessment center is Paceid. Then the Ministry of Education awards. For us, we train, they certify. Free of charge. Nimbeshenjeza mwena kukumujya. Muchiteke mwuga, muchemu, ni mutuje twabaganyira abagenzi. So nijyo nkora niza kubaka namba kanje akwende byo niza kugira ki tuza kuyongera namba nje ni 0701 55 0781 so akacheko tukumara kugraduating ati bateka mu categories abo mwani ni bangahe abente ni bangahe abagundi ni bangahe then umukuru wanje elida wa consult ya maruho yatandikira tubateko mu groups so ndavirebo na manje yavirebo munterere turaza kuhafika conversation mwebale munonga
Hello. Waza kantu kawo kanu kagenda. Akakameza kanu kagenda. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Abaheza kwije shahede na nimbashaba ngo mu imitsi y'imikono tubakire most nka team from Kalo. My brother Aranowar bagemura mwemerera abantu babarebe. Abakaro mu yanjura bariyo mishabeje hatumo baze mu yanjura kasitandikira kwato muzindaro ono ho akutiyamba kapereza muzindaro hatungu